No one knows more about Oklahoma weather than News 9's chief meteorologist, Gary England.
We're still watching one.
This tornado is moving on to the northeast at about 30 to 40.
Because for more than 35 years, Gary England has helped guide you through about 1,000 tornadoes.
There's a tornado about 15 miles south of Enid.
This is serious.
We have one supercell on radar.
It is on the ground doing damage at this time.
More than 100,000 thunderstorms.
Some severe thunderstorms in Caddo.
Over 60 major ice and snowstorms.
Heavy snow warning for a good part of the state, including the metro. And we've got around 12 inches of snow in central Oklahoma. I would expect slick roads in the morning.
And quite a few sunny days as well.
Oh, terrific weather coming up. Light winds, clear skies, mild temperatures. You're going to love it.
So when you add it all up, nobody knows more about Oklahoma weather than Gary England. Gary England, Oklahoma's #1 meteorologist. Only on News 9, where he's making a difference. Oklahomans are talking about News 9.
Sure, we love News 9. It's my favorite news channel.
They make you feel comfortable watching them.
We just like the anchors better, so we just kind of watch it.
It's the content.
Very thorough, very balanced.
And they always seem to have the stories that I want to hear about.
They cover the stories well.
You feel comfortable watching them. You feel like they're your neighbors. They seem to interact well.
And that's just the people I trust and the people that we watch.
For news coverage that's making a difference, turn to News 9.
Ed, Murray, and I, we anchor the morning show.
I think we balance each other really well.
Jed Castles does the weather.
Jed is about as hardworking as anyone I've ever seen.
They'll say, hey, Jed, what's the bus stop forecast?
Andrew Harris does traffic for us.
The idea is to try and give people a good heads up before they even leave.
Doug does the breaking news for us, or he might do a fun story.
Doug has a very fertile imagination.
I'm kind of like the utility guy.
We have a good time. There is a lot of spontaneity.
And people know we're having fun with each other.
Rise and shine with News 9 this morning.
He kept tabs on me 24/7.
For 5 months.
After a while, it became very, very creepy.
An ex-husband stalked his wife's every move.
He had knowledge of everything I was doing.
Using a cleverly hidden cell phone.
It's your absolute worst nightmare come true.
Nowhere to hide. A true story of how a woman survived being stalked. Tonight at 10 on News 9. Oklahomans are talking about Kelly Ogle's My 2 Cents on News 9.
My 2 cents, I enjoy that. His 2 cents worth.
And I like that he's able to give his opinion.
And then he gives the viewers the opportunity to give their 2 cents, and there's a lot of good information shared there.
It's his point of view.
It's his opinion partly, but it's pretty much on.
I like it. I mean, it takes a lot of courage to go out and kind of put yourself on a limb.
For news coverage that's making a difference, turn to News 9.
To start the day, make sure you're well informed. There's really no other place to look than News 9 this morning, quite honestly.
We're able to somehow balance a lot.
We're encouraged to be ourselves.
There's nothing forced or faked about what we do.
You never really know what's going to happen.
There's a lot of personality. There's a lot of warmth. I feel there is a strong bond between us all.
It is. It's one big family.
#1 thing I get is you start my day off well.
I don't know. I just hear it all the time. I can't start my day without you.
Rise and shine with News 9 this morning. Oklahomans are talking about News 9.
Gary England, I love his weather.
Gary England, he's our weatherman.
He makes me feel safe because I feel like he knows what he's talking about.
I mean, every time he, predicts what it's going to be, it seems to be right on money.
He's the one I want to get to if there's a storm coming.
He's like down to earth.
And he's been around a long time, so you trust him.
He's the only one that we've ever really watched, ever, because you can actually trust what he says.
For weather coverage that's making a difference, turn to News 9. 1 out of 4 women will be a victim of domestic violence.
These victims could be your mom, your sister, that could be your daughter.
And Oklahoma is one of the worst states for incidents of domestic violence.
He pointed the gun right in my face, and I will never forget the look in his eyes.
She survived her abuse, but too many in Oklahoma don't.
We work very hard in the state of Oklahoma to keep women alive.
Hear what plans the state has to break that cycle of abuse. Watch Stopping the Violence tonight on News 9 at 10. Oklahomans are talking about News 9.
Gary England's the one I like to watch the most.
Gary England, he's my personal fave.
He just kind of talks to you like a regular person.
He usually is very precise, especially during storm time.
He's the most accurate. Well, I really trust his judgment. And
He's a constant. He's not like other channels that predict really big and then nothing happens.
My mom says the other guys scare her.
Just the guy that we go to and we trust.
He's reliable. That's the big thing.
For weather coverage that's making a difference, turn to News 9.
I think for us on the morning news, we kind of just take the lens away, and it's just like we're at home saying, hey, it's time to get going.
And you just become a part of what they're doing. They hear you a lot.
And you get to talk to them as if they were just right there with you.
News 9 this morning is a lot of fun.
Give great information, have a lot of fun.
They see us having a good time.
We are able to connect with viewers all through the morning.
Rise and shine with News 9 this morning.